Welcome to another new fancy shiny episode of Clumsy and Random, the Star Wars role-playing show that has almost no rules. Joining us this time is our friend Seth. You might remember Seth from back when we did some other Star Wars role-playing game stuff. Say hello to the fine folks at home, Seth.
Hello, fine folks at home.
And in our studio audience.
So just us.
One day we'll have a studio audience for this show when it gets on primetime ABC.
ABC would be appropriate.
I guess I could,
right,
if we didn't record so late, I could make my kids sit here and watch.
Exactly.
But it's past their bedtime, so.
So the rules of Clumsy and Random are this: I have a giant deck of NPC cards for the role-playing game. I am going to deal out 3 of them for each of you. You'll get to pick which one you want to be for this one-shot session. If you don't like any of the 3, you can say, I don't want any of those, and then I'll pull a random card, and you're stuck with that character no matter what. And we just go until it comes to a natural conclusion, or I have to artificially end it. Okay, we're going to start with Seth. Here are your
Fantastic.
3 choices. Choice number 1, an interrogation droid, like the ball.
Oh, well, less exciting.
Choice number 2, an incom engineer.
Okay, alright.
Choice number 3, a Minoc.
A Minoc. Man.
I guess technically it's a minion group, so if you choose, you could play as a single Minoc or a flock of them, or...
Flock of Minocs?
You can...
That sounds like a Star Wars cover band instead of Flock of Eagles. Flock of Minocs?
Or you can wipe these 3 choices and pick, and you get one at random.
Nice. Man, that's tough. I feel like let's go for it. Let's wipe them and just give us something random. And I'm gonna go for it.
That's my
job.
favorite way to do it.
You're stuck with being a government bureaucrat.
Oh man, that's way less exciting. I should have picked the droid. That's okay. Government
The artwork has an Imperial dude reading a datapad, but you're not obligated to be Imperial. All right, Evan.
Okay.
Evan, you have a Shadowport merchant, an assassin droid, like a HK.
Oh man, we could have had an interrogation droid and an assassin
or an
droid.
Ugnaught laborer.
Oh man. Oh, I should poll the audience.
Yeah, if we had a live studio audience,
right.
they'd be shouting right now.
It'd be just
took the box.
That's so stupid.
I mean, my heart wants to go with HK,
meatbags and all that.
but I feel like the Ugnaught engineer would be more appropriate.
Going with Ugnaught laborer.
Yeah, let's do that.
You're not even an engineer.
Just
You're
a
a
laborer.
laborer.
He's a laborer.
So you're like the shitty Ugnaught that all the other Ugnaughts are just all like, carry this stuff for us.
Aw.
Carry this garbage around.
Oh,
harsh.
okay, that's fine.
All right, and Leo, Viper probe droid. Option number 1.
Man.
Oh my god, we could have had a whole droid squad.
Option number 2 is a starfighter
Alright.
pilot. And option number 3 is I never even seen this card before. A trained Keelkana. A Keelkana is a massive
is that?
snake-like fish. They have a vicious temperament and teeth sharp enough to pierce armor plating. During the reign of the Mon Calamari monarchy, the Order of Mon Calamari Knights defended the kingdom from a variety of undersea threats while mounted atop armored Keelkana. So they're a giant war beast that
lives in the oceans of
Under the sea.
Moncala.
Under the sea.
The oceans of Dak. Is that
I
still a
don't think
canon
so.
name for it, or
I
did
don't
they get
think
rid of
is a
Dak?
thing.
I never really understood why they suddenly started calling it Dak.
Viper probe droid, starfighter pilot, or trained to kill Kana, or mystery role.
I part want to be a Kilkana, and I just sort of like flop alongside everybody, like
I
sort
was
of like
just thinking
Magikarp when you
Magikarp.
have him out as your friend in Pokemon. But give me that
right.
random.
Wipe
card.
the board.
Let's do it.
Wipe the board.
Random card. It's a Nexu.
Hooray.
We got another
Yeah. I think I've played more Clumsy and Randoms as non-sentient creatures than I have as actual people.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Okay, here is the scene. A government bureaucrat for, we'll say, the Zerka Corporation, to tie in with Master and Apprentice that heavily features the Zerka Corporation.
He's a lobbyist?
Seth is a government bureaucrat working for the Zerka Corporation. Because
Yeah, I
he's
mean-
he's like a lobbyist or whatever.
I mean, you gotta. So what are we? Are we gonna be like
I'm getting there.
in Knights of the Old Republic era when Zerka Corporation like owned entire planets and
You
stuff?
can go read Master and Apprentice. They're still doing pretty good. A few years before Phantom Menace.
Oh, all right, fine.
No, we're I'll say we're in the.
You and your new canon.
You know, we are. The era is shortly before the Phantom Menace. Seth is a Zerka Corporation bureaucrat. He is living on the planet of, we'll say Taris, just for some more KOTOR flavor.
Tally.
Oh yeah, we've been here before on Clumsy and Random. He has a large.
It's our home. It's our home
Has
planet.
potential
He has
for
a-
Gilder guest
Oh.
appearance.
He has a large estate, and Evan, the Ugnaught laborer, is answering an ad to be the new nanny for this man's Nexu, because the Nexu needs a sitter while he is away. So Evan has arrived at this man's house, ready to interview for the position of Nexu nanny.
Perfect.
I walk up to the upper level, like I assume it's like a townhouse type deal.
It's a pretty big place. I mean, he does have a Nexu that lives. It's pushing mansion status.
Alrighty. So I try to reach up and hit the doorbell, and I can't quite make it. I try to jump up and slap it.
Are you suggesting you might need to take an athletics check?
Do I make it? Yes. I think that's appropriate.
Athletics is brawn. Your brawn is 3.
Wow.
Make that
Okay.
1 purple, 3 green. You succeeded.
Oh yeah. I slap that sucker. Ding dong.
So, I hear the door chime, and get up and walk to the door, even though my butler is actually the one who's answering the door. And
The butler answering
the
the door.
butler droid. Yes, the butler droid.
The door slides open and the butler droid looks straight ahead, to the left, to the right, doesn't see anybody. Doesn't seem to be anyone at the door, sir.
Well, we had an appointment for someone who was supposed to watch the Nexu.
The droid looks down. Oh, 1,000 patterns. Step right in, and the droid steps aside. Lets him in.
I walk inside.
You're a little shorter than I imagined. Look, I don't know what you're saying, but I have this translator that I feel like I must insist upon you using.
I scowl and put my hands on my hips and look at you
Are
sideways.
you handing him a translation device, or are you referring to the butler droid?
No, I'm going to hand him a translation device.
Okay.
Man, you're rather
I'm pretty high up.
saucy for no, I'm talking about Evan. He's the
Okay,
one
yeah.
coming looking for a job, but he's all like, "Ooh, ooh."
On the upper levels of Taris.
Yeah. He's got a lot
It's
of
true.
attitude for somebody looking for a job.
Hey, I'm the best there is at what I do.
Are you sure?
I'm the Wolverine of laborers.
Are you sure you can handle a Nexu?
And I take the. Are you handing me the translation device?
Well, I motion for the butler to hand you what's on the table by the door.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
The droid picks it up and he kind of waddles over and he goes, "If you will, good sir." And he hands him this, like, collar.
A collar?
Yeah, it wraps around your throat.
All right. I look at it. Sniff at it. Like, look at it. Like, try to fit it around my jowls. And, like, suck in my throat as much as I can. And eventually it clicks in place. And I have, like, a muffin top over this collar. And I go, and it comes out as, "Oh my, is this working?"
It appears
Perfect.
so. You'll notice the switch on the side. You can adjust your voice modulation.
Ah, let's give this a try. Oh, oh my. This is going to be quite interesting, isn't it?
I definitely look at the Ugnaught with a bit of uncomfortableness as the voice changes.
What's all this then? Is this better? You look a little uncomfortable there.
Why would it change your pronunciation of words?
Because it's outputting the
Oh,
words.
I-
It's not like he's pronouncing them properly anyways.
okay.
I did order the highest model.
It's got all the features.
That's right. Well, thank you for coming and being prompt. But again, my question stands. Are you sure you can handle a Nexu?
Of course.
I mean, my baby is quite feisty. when
I
she
am
wants to be.
certified in 6 systems. I can handle any wild animal.
Okay.
He means like mentally certified.
Exactly.
Shall we show him to the arboretum where the Nexu resides, sir?
Yes,
Sweet, I
yes,
would
let's.
read them.
Lead the way.
He's got like a big kind of greenhouse type enclosure in the middle of his apartment, or not his apartment, his mansion type place.
I follow as led.
The droid holds the door open, even though it's kind of superfluous in Star Wars when they're automatic doors, but he's holding it open. Like you'd hold an elevator door open.
I walk through first, of course.
Yeah, it turns out that like all their doorway sensors, like it's sort of like when children,
Right.
you know, when you go to like Walmart or whatever, and like the kids can't make the automatic doors open because the sensors don't point down that low at them. It's like that with the Ugnaught, so the
Yeah.
droid's got to hold it open for him. Make sure he doesn't get crushed in the
All right.
door.
So,
Yeah, so I walk in, and there's, like a little fenced area before the main pen of my
I'm in a
Nexu.
pen? Oh.
Well, it's like not like a pen exactly. More like like those huge enclosures with like the terrariums at the the zoo where it's like a natural habitat. It's like that, and it's like big. It's it's like a full acre.
That's a big arboretum.
Exactly. Or maybe
Well,
it just
I guess
appears
that's
to
not
be a
that
full
much.
acre.
I mean, an acre's not that big, so.
Sure,
I mean,
sure.
that's the size of my lot for my house. So yeah, that's not that big.
So, but you know, it's room to grow. It's still a young Nexu.
Oh, I'm a kitty.
All right.
So I think it's only fair that Leo. What is the Nexu's name?
I mean, you would have been the one who named it.
Yeah.
Well, it's true.
You've
It's
already
true.
given me a gender.
Well, you know, I can never tell with these things.
It's true.
That
you
is
have
one of
to-
the things.
I didn't get down there and look.
It's so hard to tell. It turns out Nexu actually have like 5 genders.
Yes. Well, I believe I
at
can
least today,
handle it
you know.
from here.
Sire, would you like to proceed with the raw meat test you had prepared? Or shall we?
Oh yes, let's.
The droid pulls out like a slab of raw meat and just kind of hands it to the Ugnaught.
I look at it. I
And
sniff it.
The droid and the bureaucrat are kind of backing away.
I look at it for a second. I look at them, and I say, "Nexu doesn't want to be fed. It wants to hunt."
Well, my little Sprinkles has always loved when we've given them meat before.
Sprinkles.
I mean, it's you don't.
But then again, lead on, expert.
Well, all right then. I mean, I thought you'd have like nerfs or something like that for him to eat.
That's what you're holding.
I know, but I mean, like, you know, live ones that you would put in a cage and open it up and let him go to town on it.
You're sick, man.
What? Wait, was that the Nexu speaking? Did he just wait? Did you tell me your Nexu could talk? This is insane. Little pig man is like pulling his hair out. Like, I can't believe this. A real talking Nexu in captivity. The voice box is having trouble keeping up. It like he walks up to the Nexu, not even realizing he's still holding the
You don't
meat.
even.
think the-
You don't. Okay. You
Yeah,
don't even
let's-
see me right now.
I don't
Why don't you
see
make a
you.
stealth check? Because the
Yeah.
Nexu hasn't appeared yet. It's
Yeah,
could be
And
anywhere.
I'm walking into the area.
Yeah.
With a
into the
big
pen.
chunk of raw meat in your
Oh, I've
hands.
forgotten about that entirely. I thought I heard it talking.
Yeah.
You maybe you did. Maybe you're hearing things. I guess we'll find out. Why don't you do a perception check, which is cunning. Your cunning is 2.
Ooh.
You don't have a skill that'll help you with that. The Nexu has stealth 2, which I'm going to assume you check
2
your cunning
purples?
against his cunning, but his get upgraded because of that skill. That's what I'm going to just make a guess. So you're going to do 2 greens against 2 reds and a purple.
2 reds and a purple?
Yeah. Good luck
Yep.
finding me.
He's
You
very
know what?
sneaky.
You know what? I see you. But I would imagine
Oh.
it's because you're like on top of me based on the roll.
Yeah, you notice
Actually,
him because the
so-
drool hits your forehead.
Right.
I
Like,
smell
what
dinner.
is this?
Yes.
Oh my.
Sprinkles is up in a tree, looking hungrily.
I see you've brought me dinner.
So
yes,
Are
I
those
think-
words coming out of the Nexu's mouth?
So no.
Well, the
no,
Nexu has a
I
collar.
don't. No, I think it's better if I don't have a collar and I'm just growling. But the
So this is-
Ugnaught.
Oh no. I can
thinks
understand
he can
you.
understand.
But nobody
or
else
at least
can.
You think at least you think you can. You think you're
This is
the Nexu whisperer.
Detective Nexachu. Like,
well, it hasn't eaten him yet, so he's doing better than our
So-
last applicants.
So do I need to make a roll to pounce at him?
Do you want to pounce at him or at the meat in his hand?
It's
Good
all
point.
it's all really one thing.
Are you pouncing with
It's
the
all
intent
meat
to
there.
just go to town or just kind of pin him down?
Oh my.
Well, we'll start with pinning him down. We'll see where things go from there.
All right, we'll make a roll for that. We'll call that a brawl check. You have brawl, so do green, yellow against purple, and toss in a blue die because you caught him by surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pow! I tackled the shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got him
You're
good.
threatened.
Your claws are kind of sunk into the, like the where to shoot somebody in a movie if you don't want them to die in the movie kind of shoulder area.
the the non-lethal shoulder area.
Your claws are kind of starting to sink into there as he's on his back.
Ah, my shoulder.
Maybe the threat is that I have my butler droid ready to kind of say, like zap him or something with like one of those shock things, shock stick.
Hey, so just is the door open?
No, but it's just an automatic sensor.
So no, so like the door to my enclosure that the Ugnaught just came through.
I assume there was only the one door.
So like all three of them are in there. Okay, see,
Yeah.
I thought like
Oh, you
I thought
mean
this was
the pen door? The door to the pen?
yeah.
Well,
I was thinking it's more like this kind of like a little staging balcony, not really like a balcony where it overlooks, but where it's got like one of those rails, like at the zoo kind of thing.
but
it's just,
it could just jump up here because he's a Nexu.
It's true.
well, but we'll say there's a force
Oh,
field.
okay.
Well, how'd the Ugnaught get in then? He had to get in somehow.
Well,
Yeah,
he opened it. He opened it. Yes.
Okay, so I'm now up on the balcony with everybody outside of my normal enclosure.
No,
Yeah, he
came
walked in there.
I went in. I went into the
with
enclosure.
a slab of meat.
Okay, is the shield still open?
The shield.
Possibly.
Roll for it.
Yeah, why don't
Maybe
you
I
roll
should-
your intelligence and see if you were smart enough to turn off the shield?
Turn it back
Would that
on.
be intelligence? I think that would be presence. Just your
my presence to see
No,
if I
no,
remember
you're
to
cunning.
turn it on.
your cunning is if you were present enough to remember to
If you have
Keep yourself
presence of
safe.
mind.
2 green versus I'm gonna say 1 red.
Okay.
You okay, so you tried to turn it off, but it broke. It visibly broke. The force field that separates
Physically
normally where you stand to observe your pet. That force field just it doesn't it shut down. It went. So
Seeing this, I instruct my droid, be prepared with another slab of meat, just in case he tries to come this way. I'm going to need you to stand in front of me.
yes, sir. And he reaches into a cooler and pulls out another steak. He's just holding it. He walks and stands in front of you. Meanwhile, maybe 12 feet farther into the enclosure, the Nexu is still on top of the Ugnaught.
All right. So at the sound of like the force field shutting down now, my ears perk up, and since I'm a Nexu, I could probably make the 12-foot leap from the Ugnaught to the droid, right?
Sure. I mean, I think we assumed you are juvenile, so you might have some of that cat clumsiness. We'll see what happens. You have Fierce Pounce as an ability.
Ooh, I would like to fiercely pounce.
I think a
on the
black.
droid.
I think a black for the cat.
Yeah, let's that's probably an agility thing, which is 4. You have an athletics skill, which athletics takes brawn. Fierce Pounce. Let's say yellow with 3 green against Uh, 2 purple and a black. The black is because you're kind of just jumping right into it without thinking.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
close, but I did it.
You
One
succeeded
success.
just barely at jumping at the droid.
Yes.
So yeah, you just kind of barrel into the droid and knock him over. He falls over. You both now, the droid and the Nexu, are at the feet of the bureaucrat.
Oh, hello, Sprinkles. You should get back in your cage now.
In response,
Be a
in
good
response, I attempt to bite the droid's head off.
All right. I'll call that a brawn.
girl. I back
let's
up.
see if he
I
bites
back
his
up
head off or
towards
not.
the door to the arboretum.
Call that a brawn.
All
you
right.
have. Okay, athletics. Let's make that triple yellow versus purple.
I handily.
Okay.
I,
Yeah, you.
Yes.
So you chomp its head off in one bite.
Bad Sprinkles. Bad Sprinkles.
I rip the droid's head off and sort of like whip my head and fling it,
Back and forth.
and it actually the droid's head flies back into the pen and hits the Ugnaught.
Yeah, it hits him right on the head, and he goes, "Sorry about that."
Oh, it's quite all right.
So yes, I'm in the doorway to the arboretum now, and I'm calling to the Ugnaught. Look, you said you could handle a Nexu. I'm going to need you to take care of this right now. And I'm going to step back and I'm going to
The
attempt.
door's already closed.
I get up and I.
The door
Yeah, but
behind me
it's
is
not
already
locked.
closed.
It's just like a Walmart door. So I guess the closer you get to it, the
Okay,
more
okay.
likely it is to open.
So I'm gonna. As I'm backing up, it opens, and then I'm going to attempt to step through. And
All right,
close
so
the
this
door.
is going to be kind of your sneakiness versus the Nexu's athletics. Is that what I'm hearing?
Sure. Well, I mean, is the Nexu trying to pounce out the
I don't know.
door,
What is the
or
Nexu
what?
up to?
The Nexu is going to try and pursue his owner, her owner.
All right, Sprinkles. So let's just do an even agility test. Since this is the owner trying to sneak out the door, your agility is...
I think. Oh, I was gonna say I think I should get a blue for knowing
Okay.
where
You got...
like, the range it is to get the.
You got
door.
green, blue. That's your kind of sneaky
Right.
agility ability. And you're going to be facing 3 reds and a purple. Because the Nexu is springy. And give the Nexu a black die as well.
For the cat clumsy.
Yeah, and he's still kind of on top of the
Well, then
headless
that
droid.
would give Seth blue instead of me giving
Oh,
me
well,
black.
whatever.
Yeah.
Do it anyways.
So another blue
Just
or
keep the black.
No, he didn't. No,
You...
Well, that would be
Oh, geez,
5
yeah,
failures.
So, what does the Nexu do
So-
then?
So the door just doesn't open. or did I get through?
Well, you were
and
trying to
just not?
avoid the
Get the
Nexu,
door
which
shut.
you failed to do. So the Nexu,
Okay.
I guess,
All right.
it's up to Leo what he does.
Yeah, the Nexu pounces on her owner.
Oh, Sprinkles. I
That's-
appreciate
and
the
then-
affection, but get
and then
off.
starts licking his face.
Aw.
Thank you. Get off. Ugnaught,
I
where
hop
are
off
you?
Come
and
up behind him.
I hop off and sit next to him, looking expectantly at him whilst purring. The Nexus purr. They do now.
So I
That's
get
right.
up.
I feel like they do.
They do. So I get up and I say, "That's a good Sprinkles. Good sit.
I come up and
Go back in the cage.
I
Go
say-
back in your bed."
be careful.
point back to the door.
He's got a taste for blood now.
From the inside of the... way back in the enclosure where the droid head is still lying, he goes, "It's a she!"
I think I know my Nexu. Thank you very much. I'm in charge here.
I haven't officially hired you yet, and you actually haven't done anything other than let my
It's
Nexu
all part of the
loose.
process. Just trust me on this.
And how does it have a taste for blood? It did not eat the steak that you had or the steak of my
Clearly,
droid.
you've given it fresh blood before. It knows.
He's like slowly adjusting the dial on his collar to get more intense.
You don't know.
I bare my teeth and growl at the Ugnaught.
I change
Yes,
it again.
thank you, Sprinkles.
It's
I
all
quite
right.
agree. I don't believe he knows what he's
You
talking
don't
about.
need to worry. You're safe now.
I feel perfectly
Do you-
safe with Sprinkles here. Sprinkles is my
Do you
loyal
want
companion.
to go home, Sprinkles?
I sling back over to the droid and just like start gnawing on its on the steak that's over there now.
That's a good Sprinkles. Look at you. You're such a good boy now.
I growl at the Ugnaught again for calling me a boy.
Yes, that's right. You're a good boy, aren't you, Sprinkles?
I have to say, Sprinkles and I are not impressed.
I adjust my collar again. Yes, I wouldn't be at all impressed with that droid either. He's worthless. He did absolutely nothing.
I could still hear.
You should really get that looked at. It's not worth it. That model, it's just going to keep Reiki on you. I've had it referred to as the Fiat of
Fine.
droids.
If you can get Sprinkles back into her enclosure, then I will give you a shot.
Well, all right then. Sprinkles! Sprinkles!
By the way, the steak is gone, and I've now moved on to chewing on the droid's arm.
The droid from way back in the enclosure is like, ow, how can I feel that?
I find a piece of droid, and I like, it might even still be like halfway attached, and I just like tug it off the rest of the way, and I'm just like wave it at Sprinkles, like, come on now, yes, come on Sprinkles, oh good boy, come on, and like wave it, and like poke him with it, yes, that's right. You want this, don't you?
Sprinkles does not like to
How
play
does
fetch.
Sprinkles respond to this?
So, have you seen that that cat in the movie Secret Life of Pets?
Nope.
Exactly.
I'm
exactly
giving
what I'm
him that look that cat like has on its face the entire movie. I'm not impressed.
Perfect.
Did you actually speak that, or are you just giving me a look? Because I still think you're talking.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not impressed with needing to go fetch. I'm more interested in having another steak, I think.
And I turn to the man like, did you hear that?
This was actually me just...
He wants another steak.
Well, you are holding one.
What? And I look down.
Did you-
Oh, apparently I am. I completely forgotten that was there. I dangle it in front of him for a second. Like, you want this? You want this?
She doesn't like to be patronized.
Oh, well, you say that, but I've started like sort of like bouncing up and down excitedly, following the steak being waved at me.
All right. And I wave it. I'm gonna throw it. No! And I throw it into the pen.
And then I jump on the Ugnaught.
What?
Okay, let's see. You're gonna have your fierce pounce, which last time, sure, we'll say 3 yellow and a green against. I I guess 2 purple, but we'll make it 3 purple because he's a smaller target.
Oh yeah, I pounce him.
You got him.
Ah! I'm on the ground.
Sprinkles has excellent.
What's Sprinkles doing to this fella?
Sprinkles is going to attempt to drag the Ugnaught back towards his pen, her pen.
Like, stop it! Stop right now!
I mean, I think I'd give Evan a check to see if he can break free. Otherwise, you're just dragging him along.
Yes.
We'll go with your brawn, which is 3, against his brawn, which is 3, but he has some extra stuff that you don't have. Evan, roll triple green against a red, purple.
Give him a blue, because I'm going to be... Sprinkles, leave the poor Ugnaught.
Okay, yeah, and throw blue in there.
Heyo.
Oh, you broke free with a threat, though.
Uh-oh. Okay,
I'll
so
let Leo
I
decide what that
I
threat is.
smack him.
Oh yeah, you kick it a little too hard.
Yeah.
And I okay, now look. Let's talk this out like rational people.
Why am I never allowed to have any fun?
I mean, I've just broken free. I haven't gotten away yet.
Yeah, you're still right next to him. You're still on your butt.
Yeah, my little piggy butt. I'm surprised. I'm surprised the collar hasn't short-circuited already.
It's a top-of-the-line collar.
See, he spared no expense.
Sharper image or something.
And I turn it to a sterner voice. All right, now look here. You need to stay in there and do as I tell you. The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
I was gonna ask if you were using your Gurney Halleck voice on me there.
Yeah.
That's close.
I thought so.
So I suppose he could make a intimidation roll. He sounds like he's trying to intimidate me.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Very intimidating.
Coercion. That's a willpower. You have 2 willpower.
Ooh.
You're going to do 2 green. Would we check that against his willpower or his cunning? I'll let you pick, Leo.
Yeah, you pick Leo.
I forget. Isn't it opposed will?
All right, do 2 greens versus a purple and a black.
Ooh.
He did not back down,
One
but you have an
advantage, listeners. My new voice must be working. All right, now, listen to me. You're going to go in there, and I am going to be in charge of you. Do you understand? I am in charge now.
You could offer her her favorite toy.
I pick up the droid head and toss it into the pen.
Even further into the...
There you go. Have a good time.
All right, you're the man now, dog. And then I chase after the droid head.
Oh dear.
Aha, there you go. You see? All you need is a stern voice, and they do whatever you tell them. That's how you get things done.
Well, that's a good start, at least. But I need Sprinkles show ready by the side.
What? So
We are entered into the Taris, into the Taris all pet animal.
So
The Taris Minster Kennel Club.
Exactly.
So what are we talking about here? Like comb their hair?
Well,
Give them a little brush?
well, yes. I think a nice dyed color along the back would be
Okay. Well, I can't say I know too much about doing all of that. I don't even know what you would call that.
Grooming? Dye?
Grooming! That's the word.
I mean, I can tell that you're not familiar with me.
Why would I
He's
be?
throwing some serious shade your way there.
Look at me, I'm a man of action. And I flex my little pig muscles. And I'm probably wearing overalls too, like they all do.
Ding dong.
Oh, someone else is here. I'm gonna have to get the door myself.
Right, I'll be here with my new friend.
Okay. Well, I will be
And
right
I
back.
walk further into the pen.
So I attempt to go out the door this time.
When you turn around, you've found that I haven't eaten the other steak, but I have rolled around in it. So I'm now covered in blood from head to toe.
There, that's a good boy.
Definitely show ready now.
Meanwhile, government man opens the door.
Yes, who is it?
Oh, hello, Monsieur Papa Giorgio. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I'm running very late for my interview to be the Nexu handler and groomer. There was a speeder accident. I have all my certifications here. I've been studying Nexu care for the last 10 years.
Wait. What time was your appointment?
About 40 minutes ago.
Wait, I already have someone in here for that appointment.
No, I was scheduled at that time.
Wait,
Ba-na-na-na-na.
hold on. Let me go check with my butler droid. Stay here. So I walk back to the pin. Ugnat, bring me my droid butler head.
Well, all right. Hang on just for 1 second.
I go and get the head.
I've got it. Nope. No, you don't. I've got
Nope.
it clutched.
Okay.
I've got
I
it
start
clutched, and
I start chasing him.
I'm like sort of like laying on it, like my front paws
Oh.
are wrapped around it.
Okay, now
Protectively, and
give
I'm
it to me.
growling.
Be a good boy. Give me the head. He wants to talk to him.
Sprinkles, I need that back.
Come on now.
You can play with it in a minute. I just need to ask it a
Be
question.
good boy. Be good boy.
I reach in.
He can. And I snap at his hand.
Attack roll.
All right. Agility 4. Okay. 1 yellow, 3 green, 2 purple.
Nope. Oh, I miss.
Oh.
Failed.
I pull my little stubby piggy arm back at the last second.
All right, now, right. I just need to ask it a question now.
Water on the nose.
Hello, droid. Hello. They've got another question for
Look.
you.
How
Ugnat.
may I serve?
I am very confused.
What's that? What's all this then?
Butler droid, who was the appointment for?
One,
Was it for this Ugnat?
the species was undefined. It was for a Mr. Schlorp.
Hold on. I turn back and go back to the door. Yes. Tell me your name, please, sir.
My name?
Yes.
Oh, yes, my name is Pennington Schlorp, PhD Nexu.
I thought it was going to be the master code breaker for a second.
Okay. Well, hold on. Then I have to figure out who this other person is that's interviewing for this position. Because I just told them that I would give them the job.
What? I've been training for this job for 10 years.
Well, you were 40 minutes late.
I had to help 10 children cross the road.
One at a time.
My Nexu is more important than 10 children.
4 minutes per child.
Especially probably where you were having the accident.
I mean, yes.
Do you know who I am?
Yes,
I am
you're
very important.
Monsieur Papa Giorgio.
That's right, and don't forget it.
So,
Look,
do I still get
if
the
you can
interview?
come in here, and you can convince Sprinkles to give up the droid head, then I may consider letting you stay.
Oh, easy. He kind of straightens his tie and adjusts his cufflinks and strides right in, very confident. Show me to Sprinkles.
Yes, this way.
Okay, so,
Ugna, what?
yeah, they
what is your
enter
name?
the thing.
I am currently like trying to scratch Sprinkle's head.
And I'm kind of like every time it's sort of a repeat of when he tried to get the droid. I kind of keep snapping at him, and every time he makes an attempt.
Ugnaught,
Yeah.
what is your name? I do not. This is the person I was supposed to be interviewing with.
Oh.
What were you here for? And what were you here for?
Well, which question do you want me to answer first?
Well, start with your name.
My name is, and it's an Ugnaught name, so the color doesn't translate it. My name is Schlorp the Third.
Wait, cannot possibly be the same last name as this doctor.
I am the real Dr. Schlorp.
How do you know I'm not a doctor too?
Show me your certificate of completion at NEXU on your degree in Nexu care.
I'm sorry, I'm not the type who carries around their degree in my back pocket like some pompous oaf.
That is a good point. Who carries around their
Let's
degree?
put this to the test.
Did you just graduate?
I graduated 7 years ago. Top of my class.
7 years
Before
too
he
late,
said he
if
was
you ask
prepared
me.
for this job for 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it took 3 years to graduate.
His story
Oh.
keeps changing. That's kinda
Very well
A lot of
then.
people go to school for 3 years.
Can you get the droid head away from Sprinkles?
Simple. Observe. He kind of shoos the Nexu aside. Once again, he straightens his cufflink. He's standing right over the Nexu. He bends down a little bit, and he puts his hand next to his head and goes. And that's all he does. What does Sprinkles do?
Sounds like a diplomacy check to me.
I just want to know what Sprinkles does.
This is a tough choice. What does Sprinkles do?
does Sprinkles
what does
do?
blood-covered Sprinkles do?
It's all over your back, though, not around your mouth.
Bloody
Yeah.
sprinkles.
Well, I did eat the one steak.
Oh, that's true.
So I ate one steak and rolled around on the other. So. Okay, so he just made a bunch of clickings and snappings at me.
Yep.
I'm waiting.
Can I want to swat him with my paw. Not like real hard. More of like a playful swat. You know,
Okay.
like when you like tickle, like when you scratch a cat's belly and they like freak out at you, like they're just sort of like freaking out at you, but they're not actually trying to murder you.
Okay, well, you might
Kinda
know
like-
your own
kinda like
strength.
that.
You have
Yes.
make it 3 yellow and a green versus 2 purple.
So I'm not. Yeah, I don't know how to interpret that.
You
Real.
failed with a lot of advantage. I mean, maybe you dropped the thing, but like it wasn't actually your choice to drop the thing.
But yeah, I
You
don't know.
wanna play it.
I've got 4 advantage, but I failed
like-
at my SWAT attempt, so I miss him.
But he can't reach the droid.
But yeah, he still can't get at the droid head. It's my other front leg is still wrapped around it.
Ah, I see. We have a temperamental one. What have you been feeding it?
Well, exactly. But it's supposed to be fed, at least according to Nexu Weekly.
Ah, Nexu Weekly, that rag. You should be feeding it pure ground organic jungle beetles.
And I shout from below, like, you should be
But
reading
Nerf
Nexu
sticks.
Fancy.
It's Nerf steak. It's the best cut Nerf steak we could get.
Yes, that might be fine for your fancy parties up in your high tower, but not for this beast. Isn't that white Wingos?
It wants to hunt, not be fed.
I will try one more thing, and if this doesn't work, then I'm sorry, your Nexu cannot be helped. He kind of hunches over on top of it again, and this time to the other side of the head, he goes. And then he stands up and he waits.
When he does that, I get sort of like my eyes kind of like glaze over and my tongue lolls out of my mouth and I just sort of like flop over.
Does the droid head come loose?
Yes, like I've now like I've kind of just like flopped over onto my side.
I wanna try to grab
and
it.
The droid head like rolls away and land and stops at Dr. Schlorp's feet.
I want you to
Okay.
grab the head first.
Okay, do 2 green and a blue versus 1 purple. You did not succeed,
Nope.
but you have an advantage.
So you like you knock the head away from him also.
Ha!
So now it's scooting across the floor, much like a prey animal might move.
Does it have
Well, I
does
get-
it have laser eyes also?
And the droid is going.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the droid head flies past my face, which knocks me out of my trance, and I'm gonna attempt to pounce on the head again.
Okay.
I attempt to get the head again.
All right. So you guys are showing off in a attempt to pounce on the head.
Yes.
The Nexu versus the Ugnaught.
Yes.
Pounce on.
Yeah.
So I'll have Leo roll this. 3 yellow and a green versus 2 purple.
I do it
With
I
an
pounce.
advantage.
with an advantage.
You eat the Ugnaught.
Like
No,
the
so
Ugnaught
now-
was closer, and as you were lunging for it, it just all lined up straight down the throat.
Swallow.
No, I've pounced on the head, but as I come down, like my rear legs land on the Ugnaught, so now he's pinned under me also.
Okay. And you're not letting him up.
No.
It broke his collar, too.
Oh no. Look.
Or it just set it in total random mode. One of the two.
Hello.
Changes every 30
what's
seconds.
going on? I don't know. Can someone please help me out from here? This is ridiculous. Beyond words, I can't really believe what's happening to me today. This is the most ridiculous circus I've ever seen in all my life.
I hope it's clear now who the more highly trained Nexu Tamer is.
Yeah, I like to think it is. It's
still
pretty
don't-
easy to tell from down here. I have managed to gain the animal's trust. Obviously, it has not killed me yet, and but there you go. So end of story.
I still have not gotten the head returned to me. So, fine. Ugnaught, you clearly have a great passion for this. However, I am very much doubting your credentials. However, I can't check it until I get my droid head.
Well, in that case, you seem to be waiting quite a while.
Well, my
the
droid
Nexu
does
just-
have verification.
Why don't I just pull my diploma out of my pocket like anyone apparently can?
Yeah, I'm just chewing on the head, sitting on the Ugnaught.
All right, I'm gonna try to call Sprinkles. Sprinkles, bring me the head. Bring me the head right now. Come, Sprinkles.
Oh man.
Okay.
Do I need like a
So,
persuasion?
What do
I
you?
feel like I need a
What
persuasion.
how do you react? I'll just leave that up to Leo how he reacts.
All right. So,
There's 4 heads in this room.
oh yeah.
Bring me the
okay.
droid head.
Oh. All right. So, yeah, I'll leap towards my master, using the Ugnaught that's under my hind legs as a springboard.
He's getting pretty beat up by this point. He's lost quite a bit of blood.
And yeah, we'll try and tackle my master too, now, and
Okay. We'll just call that 3 green and yellow again against his 2 purple.
you mean 3 yellow and a green?
Yep.
Boom! Yeah.
You
So I-
knocked him down. You're on top of him.
So I'm on top of him, and then I drop the droid head like onto his chest, and then sit down. So I'm like sitting now on like his legs, and
So I say, oh, good Sprinkles, but I sit up and I like grab the droid head. I'm gonna say, droid, are you still able to speak?
Yes.
Very well. I need you to scan. Doctor, come here. Scan this man's credentials and make sure that it's the right doctor, because they are saying they are both the right person.
The doctor pulls out his data pad and he holds it out and down towards, because you're on the ground holding
I'm
the
still
droid
sitting.
head.
Yeah, I'm sitting down.
So
I hold it up.
he holds the data pad out towards like you and the Nexu and the droid.
I hold the head up, face outward, like where it can scan it with like its eyes.
The droid head, the data pad are both kind of level with each other and the Nexu's head. The droid is looking at it. No.
okay. So now, while they're doing this, okay,
I'm,
I've now caught the scent of a bloody, bleeding Ugnaught. And I hop off my master, and I'm as they're like starting to look at the credentials and stuff, I'm starting to stalk towards the Ugnaught.
I stand up and I'm paying just attention to the data pad.
Yeah, the Dr. Schlorp is also ignoring the Nexu.
I am not ignoring the Nexu. I see him coming, and I say, "Oh, that's right. You're coming back to me, aren't you, Wally?"
You're a good boy. You know who's in charge of you, don't you? Come here. Come here.
Exactly.
All right, and once
I'm-
I'm close enough, I am going to burst forward and run at him and attempt to snatch an arm or a leg in my teeth.
All right. Triple yellow green versus 2 purple. Your claws. So we're not caring about damage points, but it does take 4 things for a crit, and you have 4 advantages. I'm gonna say you crit him.
All right. So I was like not like trying to leap onto him. I was like running at him, and I basically snatched him by the arm as I come running by, and I'm now continuing to run with him in my jaws towards the bushes inside my pen.
So I see the leap, and I said, "Oh
hold-
look,
real quick.
he's playing with the egg."
I'd like Evan to roll a D100 so we can see what kind of crit he's had.
Perfect.
32. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't remember the crit
That's a
chart
good
in
one.
it.
Here we go. You said it was 32.
Yes.
Just says stunned. Cannot perform action on next turn. So you're pretty incapacitated.
Okay. I've probably leaked a lot of blood.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the other guys are still looking at the data pad
I'm like
as you're
hitting
dragged
the
off
droid.
deeper into the
I'm
fake
like
jungle.
hitting the droid head with my hands, trying to get it to like
No.
scan correctly.
That's the droid. He just keeps going. No.
They should
Darn it.
make like a a check to see if you've noticed what's that
Yes.
I and the Ugnaught have now disappeared into the bush.
Professor Schlorp, he goes, oh, it looks like there's something wrong with your droid.
I'll see if I can't notice.
Yeah.
What,
Why don't you make a
Sprinkles is doing.
perception, which is cunning. Roll 2 green and a purple. Yeah, you totally
Ooh,
notice he's not
success.
there. And not only did you notice he's not there, you noticed that the Ugnaugh's not there, and there is a blood trail leading off into the, the jungle, so to speak.
Oh dear. Dr. Slurp, Sprinkles is missing, and so is the Ugnaught.
So, I get the job.
Well, yes. If
Nice.
if you can find out what has happened while my droid head processes this,
Oh,
I might have
okay.
to restart it. I might have to reboot it.
The Nexu carried the Ugnaught off. That's what happened. All right, I got the job.
Fine, retrieve the Ugnaught.
Ugh, that guy. Okay. He wanders off out of sight after following the blood trail while you're left with the droid head.
I'm still like slapping it. Did he leave me the data pad so I can try to scan it?
No, he took it with him.
Okay. I'm doing a hard reset on the droid head.
No,
Which is,
no.
like,
That's-
You gotta hold the home
Push,
button, and the power
home button, the up, down, and a finger in both eyes.
Okay, the droid boots up and it goes. Yes.
Were you able to complete the scan? Could you tell me which person is the doctor?
No.
Where's the droid? Fine. We'll have to scan the data pad again when he comes back.
Yes.
I've sent him after the other one.
No. No.
Was that no to him coming back, or no, we're not going to scan it.
No.
Look, I need you to be more clear.
Yes.
Perfect.
Great.
And so I stand there waiting for a second.
Okay, the what's his name? Schlorp. He comes running back around the corner from where you last saw him. He's got the Ugnaught in his arms. And, well, he's got him in like a fireman's carry. They're both terribly bloody, and he's going, run.
So I see this and immediately start. I immediately turn and like go through the door, and like wait on the other side, like I'm about
Do
to.
you
shut
close them out? Or close
Well,
them in, I should say.
I was
it.
gonna
Do I,
say,
do I see Sprinkles? Is
What?
Sprinkles chasing them?
You don't see Sprinkles yet.
yet.
They just
say,
rounded
"Oh."
the corner, and they're running at you towards the exit.
So I'm going to. Can I tell that it's the Ugnaughts' blood, or do I think that he just has like the stake blood all over him?
It seems pretty clear. I mean, his little train engineer overalls are all cut up, and
Torn up. Okay.
Schlorp
alright.
has some deep scratches in him as well.
Okay, so I'm like,
Looks like he might be missing
fine.
an eye.
Get in here, and we will shut the door.
Okay, so
You
here's
guys
the
can't
scene.
handle Sprinkles, apparently.
This is the climax. Monsieur Papa Giorgio is on the safe side of the door. The door is open. Schlorp and what was the Ugnaught's name, Evan?
Schlorp.
Sprinting towards that door. And rounding the corner, very excited looking, is Sprinkles. Hot on their tail, catching up. Papa Giorgio has his hand over the door close button. And Sprinkles is going to make a pounce. And we're going to find out if Sprinkles succeeds or if they get out the door. Or I guess if Papa Giorgio decides to close them in. But it doesn't seem like
I was,
that's
you know,
what's happening.
given the way our last adventure with a member of the Tarisian high society went, I would have expected him to just, yeah, all right, well, you guys have fun,
Well-
and there were Sprinkles.
Oh, these Tarisian nobles.
All right, Sprinkles. You're going to go for that
Okay.
fierce pounce. So we're going to just say 3 yellow and a
Alright.
green. I'm going to give you a blue die because you're real amped up. And 3 purples.
All right, let's see.
Hey-o.
Oh yeah.
Oh. So you succeed. So here's how our story ends. You just kind of body tackle Schlorp right when they're about to get to the door. He falls on his face as your claws sink into his kidneys. Evan, I need the name again.
Schlorp.
Flies off his shoulders out the open door. He kind of pinwheels across like the freshly waxed floor. Spread eagle.
I slam the door shut as he comes through.
The door goes shut. Also, Schlorp's data pad flew out next to him and kind of slid to a stop up against the Ugnaught. So that's where we are. You kind of hear this. The door is very soundproof, but you hear. And then he goes quiet.
So, when can you start?
Thanks, everybody, for playing another episode of Clumsy and Random. Thanks for listening. Thank you to our special guest, Seth.
Yay.
My
Thanks,
pleasure.
Evan, Leo.
It was fantastic.
If you want more, this was the 5th episode of this. I think you can go check out more Clumsy and Random at jodocast.com. Check out our Discord. Do all that stuff. Thanks for listening.